So traders, this short-term intraday pattern that I'm noticing right now is actually setting up where we could potentially get a very big downward movement from the news that's coming out, from I forget exactly what it is, but there's a news coming out just before the market opens tomorrow. And by looking at the markets right now, there's a short-term pattern that it could be setting up for significant move on the downside. And that's what I want to share with you. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders, make sure you grab that free trading course, link in the description. I'm about to burp. Anyway, I've just come back from the gym. Man, that was a tough workout today. Guys, leave a comment in the section below. Let me know if you do work out, and let me know what type of workouts do you prefer. Are you more of a put muscle on type of a guy, or are you more like me, where I don't want to get big? I'm not here to try to put a lot of muscle on. In fact, I'm not trying to put any muscle on at all. My goal is to be athletic, fit, and strong, right? My goal is not to be big and have a lot of muscle. So all my training is geared, and the way that I train is always geared around more fitness and strength, than more, eating a lot of food and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, leave a comment section below. Let me know what you think. Shut up, John. Get to the charts. All right. Yes, sir. Let's get to the market. So, looking at the markets right now, we can see this is the S&P 500. I think so. Is that what it stands for? SPX? SPX, is that the S&P 500? I've been trading for 18 years and I still don't know. Of course I do know. Anyway, so looking at the S&P 500, look what's happening here, right? So we actually ran right up to this level of resistance and hit it, and then we rejected off. Now, this is the daily charts here. Look at this from an intraday perspective, right? Looking at this from a hourly chart, right? So this is an hourly chart here, and this is actually looking quite weak. And one pattern that I'm really watching out for to see is, there's a few things happening here, right? Firstly, is that there's what we're developing right now is a bear flag. Okay, so we're developing some sort of a bear flag formation, right? So we have this move from here to here, and now we're developing this here. And we can also see as well too that we have a lot of support around this level, around that sort of 3,920 level. Okay, so that's the first thing I'm noticing there. So if indeed we do get something, and just say we, obviously this is obviously the cash market. So this is the cash market. Let me go to the futures. Let me see what the futures look like right now. Okay, so futures actually, is that right? Oh, something actually happened to my data. All right, my data. So actually, no, I'll just go back to here. Let me go back because this is much smoother. Anyway, so what we can see here from the cash market perspective, right? Because you've got the futures market and you've got the cash market, which is basically the indexes, okay? And so we can see firstly we have that support level around that 3,920. And then what we can see is, but there's a big gap here. There's a real big gap right from there to there, right? This whole thing is one big gap. And so by looking at this level through here, we're developing this bear flag formation through here. And so what I do see is that we have this level of support, okay, all through here. So we have all that level of support around that 3,920. So looking at this market today, if indeed we do break down, all right, we get something like this. We get like this, and we get something like that. All right, something like that on the open. If indeed we do get something like that, then we're probably going to have a little bit of an up bar and then a retracement down towards this level here, which is a gap fill in the markets. I'm expecting this overall thing to be a topping pattern anyway, because you can see it already had this false breakout. Now we come back down, and now we're just continuing down from there. So if we actually have a look at that, that's 320 to 420. So yeah, we're probably looking at something like that. So that's what I'm looking at there, guys, when it comes to this intraday chart through here. If we do break that level, we're probably likely to see more downside to come. But remember, we need to see the breakdown first. If it doesn't break down, there still is a possibility, right? And out of these patterns, there still is a possibility that we get something like this. Here's the flag, right? And then we get something like this, and then it starts to have a move back up towards there. So that is also a possibility as well too, right? We've got that resistance over there. So that's also a possibility as well too. That's the reason why whenever you're trading, you have your setup. Like just say the setup is, you have your setup and then you have your entry, right? So the setup might be a bear flag. Oh, here's the setup. Oh, it's a bear flag. It's going to go down. Let's go short. No, wrong. Then for me, if it's a bear flag, okay, so we have the setup. Then I need the confirmation candle. And what is the confirmation candle? The confirmation candle is something like that. Once we get something like that, then, oh, okay, now we might get something like this, and then way we go down. Make sense? So that's what we're looking at through there. If I go and share with you the exact same thing on the Nasdaq, exact same thing that's happening on the Nasdaq as well too. We're getting this sort of weak pullback through here. On the Dow Jones, same sort of thing on the Dow Jones as well too. You can see how we're getting this move down and then a move back up from there to there. You can see all the move back up from there to there. So again, we're getting the same thing of all these indices right now. So it's the short-term charts on all these indices definitely are combative. Combative? Is that the right word? Anyway, definitely are all in sync when it comes to actually having a big gap that's probably likely to get filled. So if we start to break this level here, 33,400 on the Dow, then we're probably going to make our way back down to at least that 32,600. From 33,600 down to 32,600. So which is a 1,000-point drop from there. And so, but that's what I'm seeing right now when it comes to these overall markets. We are definitely getting very weak signals here. This is a very weak pattern here. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see, to actually see this market have a drop. A few days ago, I actually came out and I did a video on this down bar here. And I said, we're probably going to get a rise first, and then we're probably going to drop. So we've actually got that. Well, actually, no. I said there's other two things going to happen. Scenario one, where we get a big drop, or scenario number two is we get a bit of a rise first, and then we get a big drop. And as you can see right now is that we still are in this, we're getting like a bit of a topping pattern here, right? So you're getting this overall topping pattern happening through here in the market. And so, so I wouldn't be too surprised if we started to see something like this and then the pullback happening within the markets. But traders, the big thing I really want you to take home here is this, is that it's very, like anything's possible in the markets, right? It's like, even though this market's telling me we're probably likely to go down, there's still some sort of possibility that we can actually go up. That's the reason why 5 minutes ago I said, wait for not just the setup like we have here, but wait for a confirmation candle that we're likely to then go in that direction. Make sense? So this is that's it for me today, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.